Group E, Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, Japan. Spain, Luis Enrique, he's taken to Twitch. He's going to let you out there know what he's thinking throughout this World Cup. I actually think that's pretty cool. But it's a side that's very young, very active, very energetic, and very Sergio Ramos-less. Doesn't get into this side, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. Costa Rica, I mean, it was a shooting gallery in CONCACAF qualifying. Keylor Navas stood on his head, and this team got it together. 6 wins and a draw in their last 7 World Cup qualifiers. Germany, the disappointment of the last World Cup, failing to get out of the group. But they won 9 from 10 games in World Cup qualifying, only lost to North Macedonia, which then got into the playoffs. Then they knocked out Italy. So you can blame Germany, the Italian fans out there. That's the true reason why you're not going to the World Cup. And Japan, their 7th consecutive World Cup. They're an intriguing side for me. Just 2 losses in their last 16 games overall coming in. Spain minus 108 to win the group, plus 5,063 for Costa Rica to win the group, plus 1,213 for Japan, and plus 113 for Germany here. Can Japan make this interesting, Jake, between Spain and Germany? I know that both sides, based upon name and reputation, are should be 2 of the favorites to go on and win this tournament. But are you buying that the squads can live up to those expectations?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think they're going to go all the way, either of them. But I think they'll get out of the group quite comfortably. I just think the squad depth that both have and the quality they both have at their disposal, and also the managers they have in the dugouts, I think will be really important. You know, Luis Enrique, you mentioned him there, serial winner at club level. Hansi Flick as well, serial winner, club and international as an assistant. So, yeah, I think that stands them in good stead. Who's going to win the group? If I was to have a lean, it would be Spain at minus 108. I think their Euros performance, they got knocked out in the semis. I thought they were really, really good. They were unlucky to lose to Italy. And I thought it was a really positive step in the right direction. The only thing they're missing, in my opinion, from becoming or being a real challenger is, well, there's 2 things actually. A number 9, because how can you trust Alvaro Morata to take you to World Cup? And also a centre half, because again, Eric Garcia. I mean, do you trust him to get you far in the World Cup? I mean, having watched him play for Barcelona so far this season, I can say the answer is no. So that's 2 areas for me. But I just think that in this group, I think Spain will suffocate teams with the possession game. You know, they've got the players that can break a deep line block. And, you know, you've got Pedri and Gavi in there. And Germany, I think they could be really interesting because the squad they've selected is very much a new guard kind of squad. There's a couple of old guards still in there. I mean, Mario Götze has managed to get a call up. Obviously, the guy who won them the World Cup, what was it, 12 years ago? 8 years ago. And yeah, I think that players like Jamal Musiala will have a big breakout tournament, and I think it'll be exciting to watch. So I've got Spain and Germany going through, and I've got Spain just edging it.
Andrew?
Yeah, it's very difficult to look past them, isn't it? I was actually thinking that maybe Germany might top the group, but it is a very, very difficult one to call. I think maybe for me, Japan under 2.5 points at plus 136 looks interesting. They've only won one of their 7 games at the last 2 World Cups, and they sometimes struggle to score goals. Both they and Costa Rica generally have low scoring games. So I think they could draw with them and lose the other 2. So that stood out for me. But yeah, clearly it's Spain and Germany to go through. The only question really is the order, I think.
Simon, anything to add?
No, not a lot really. I think Japan have got some decent quality, but I can't see them getting above Spain or Germany. And Costa Rica is quite an aging side in key areas. Yeah, no, I think, as you say, I think Spain have some potential weaknesses, but I can't see any of the teams in this group really exposing those, aside from Germany. And I think that game won't be particularly important in terms of deciding who progresses or not.
I was looking for the odds qualifying for out of the group stage based upon fair play points awarded. That would be quite the one. If Japan can pull this off again, then that will be an absolute all-timer. As in the last World Cup, they're up 2-0 against Belgium. It's still one of the most exciting games of the last World Cup, courtesy of Japan, who did get out of the group stage last World Cup.
I think the interesting.
So go ahead.
Gareth. The interesting thing for that Group E as well is it probably doesn't really matter if you win the group or finish runner-up. You're going to have a fairly winnable next round. If you finish runner-up, you're going to face the winner of Group F, which is Belgium, probably Belgium, maybe Morocco, Croatia. So yeah, it may be a case of similar to what happened with England at the last World Cup, where they went into the final game against Belgium, and knowing that losing to Belgium would give them an easier path through to the final. So yeah, something to watch out for.
Yeah, second place in that group seems like the place where you might want to be to get on a side of the bracket that wouldn't feature Argentina or Brazil. That the motivation or lack thereof is something to keep an eye on.